Hello again, everyone. So, as the saying goes, one tower forward, four towers back. I'm going to be playing Tower G today. This is the last tower in Chapter 1 of the game. And it'll be, in a sense, simpler than the previous two, which I showed off. But it's still hard in quite a number of ways. First, to give a preview of how everything works, when you level up, if I can do a little bit better than that, you get a choice of 2 winner's keys or 1 glory key, and if you press the S key, then you'll see that there is a grid setup, very similar to Tower P, although of note is that this time not only is the layout different, obviously, but also there are feathers in the grid. So those will be important because, as you know, getting level ups means getting more stats and items, so the faster you can level up, the better. But there are some quirks to how this tower works. And not really quirks in the mechanical sense, but rather in the strategic sense. Simply put, this is a tower where small optimizations are key. There's not too many major strategic options available to you here. There's no Eternals to skip, there's no like continental items to save levels for. It's just basics, and it's really hyper-focused on the basics. So I'm going to rewind a little bit and use this little ghost here called Memories from Zero. Basically what it does is I have a previous run of this tower, and it's going to basically show off all of the doors which I open over the course of the run. I'll give a little preview of every floor that we're going to be going through, just in case anyone wants to take notes. I will note that just because they're reserved doesn't necessarily mean that I open them early. It just means that I open them at some point. And then in the grid, here's what my opens look like. Some branching paths aren't taken until cleanup, such as this one right here. And then we go into the basement. Right. So, before we get started for real, because there's really no other way to do this but to just get started for real, there's some principles to keep in mind if you want to just sort of do your own runs and figure things out as you go along. The first sort of principle to keep in mind with this tower is that there's no life crowns, and your health is very, very much finite in this tower. And it's specifically designed in a way that playing battles optimally and saving every last bit of health is what is intended. Normally, you'd be like super incentivized to rush the golden feather items, like even in P that was the case. But in this tower specifically, not only does it not especially matter how quickly you get certain feathers, at least if you're doing a pure run, which I'm about to do, but also if you kill certain enemies for feathers too early and take too much damage, that's actually just a strict negative. Like, there's a lot of health which you can just not get back if you waste it going for early kills. And even early on, like there's kills like this ranger here, and these two enemies right here, which you can get them early, but there's not really any reason to. And I guess one last principle to impart before we get started is basically you can see there's a lot of small doors which I open, like just pittance stats. They don't seem like they would be especially helpful but for the most part, keys aren't that super valuable. Like, there aren't many major items that you spend keys on in the main tower. And also, as far as the main tower is concerned, you actually have like more keys that you can use than doors to really use them on. Especially if you pull keys from the grid. The exception is reds and violets, and to an extent platinum keys. If you're running the Nexus of this tower, which I won't do here, but it basically involves just going in here and getting this return key, you would want to change how you spend keys entirely and not go for certain opens, which give you only a small amount of stats. Now, you can take a lot of them. Like, a lot of decent stats you can still take. But the reason that you would not want to take every single door is because the Nexus has rooms like this, and like this, and like this, where there's really no place to get the keys if you spend them everywhere else. And especially reds and violets you want to watch out for. So I think that's everything explained. So now it's time to begin the run for real. And I've sort of got my opening memorized. So it looks like this. You might notice that my grid sort of goes around this long way instead of taking the shortcut. If you're playing Impure, then again, sometimes the shortcuts are worth it just to save winners and glory keys for the Nexus. But in this case, a good way to look at it is, are you spending your levels on something valuable, or are you spending them on nothing? And this door spends it on nothing. And even something such as like this door right here spends it on nothing. And even though you technically need a few more keys to go certain longer routes, the trades you open up and the stats you gain from them are most potent when you go like for the maximum amount of like stat greed. Anyways, back to the run. So the fighters and the slashers, they've got their own sort of ways of doing things. First order of business is going to be getting over here. We're just using a whole bunch of keys right away, and we've got some stats just like that. So as you can see, already the damage of everything has dropped substantially. Fighters in this tower are super susceptible to defense. Like, basically every one of them is, and even the starfighters, sorta. Like, usually fighters will take at least 10 turns, so even a single point of defense is, like, at least 10 health saved across every fighter that you fight from the future, which is why even small stat gain matters. So now we open this. Alright. Can't be talking too much or else I'll lose focus. I guess I don't really have anything particular to say right now, so I'll go ahead and mute my microphone and you can just sort of watch along. Guess one other sort of thing that I forgot if I ever said it or not, but because of how the key budgets in this tower are like sort of forgiving in the sense that you get a lot of keys and there's not usually any major items to spend them on, it's sort of vital to playing the tower well to open early trades as soon as they're available instead of like waiting for a better one to show up, because really some of these trades really are as good as you're gonna get. As you can see, I've already zeroed these Elder Fighters, which is why defense is quite an important stat to build, arguably more so than attack in some cases. Although, whenever you can reduce a turn, it's always nice to be able to do that. As you can see, when I took the last turn off of these Rangers, ideally it is good to save Rangers as much as possible, since you can usually reduce some major turns on them, and they usually deal the highest damage out of any enemy in their tier. And every little bit of health save counts. Alright, so now for this point in the tower. First major goal is just getting a lot more stats from this floor, since there's a lot of freebie stats. And then next up we want to get yellows for this feather, but first some yellows for this feather. So now we're at the point where the fine fighters are pretty much trivial. Just like that, they now do 0 damage. So now we can clean them up, easy style. I will want to sort of focus more on getting some yellows, but I think the best way to do that is just by plundering the grid. I will see if there's any yellows on the ground that I'm forgetting about, though. There's a blue. I don't really need a blue. This would be nice to get eventually, but this guy deals a bit of damage. Alright, guess... Is there any other guys to defeat? There's these. Alright, that ought to be okay. I'll go into here. Get some more stats. Here's another yellow. Now we need even more yellows. 3 more, to be precise. It's a good place to get some... Oh, the fine shadows. Okay. So if we can build up a little bit more defense, then that'd be nice. We'll go ahead and get 1 real quick. So that goes... How am I blanking on which room it goes to? But yeah. Guess I'll go back to silent. Actually did realize something just now. If I go, let's see, over here, there's some defense, and there's some attack. That'll be good. Right, so another thing, this legendary ranger, it's on the way to this feather, and obviously we want this. I'm going to try to shave probably 1 or 2 more turns off this guy before going in there. We'll see how that works out. I think I misbudgeted my red keys a little bit. Hopefully it's not the end of the world, but who knows, it may very well be. So now, as we go into the general tier, we're going to start hitting the point where we can't zero enemies anymore. And that might tempt you to think that from now on we should start focusing attack, but in reality, defense is still the best stat for most of the enemies we encounter. And how it works is basically, we just want to kill the enemies which drop the most stats behind them. As you can see, just now 0 general fighters. Got another feather. Things are going pretty well. In terms of comparison to my most optimal run, it's definitely very, very sloppy. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the highest medal, which I can, but I'll certainly try. So next thing of note is this little chain over here. Pretty long-winded. And as we get around it, we're going to get 2 feathers, so that's quite useful to have. And we're also in the last floor of the grid. This room is weird to navigate, and there's probably several ways you can do it. But how I did it was, basically, I tried to always make sure that I was getting at least like 1 intersection piece and 1 unopened set of 4 with every glory key. But it's kind of complicated. So back to this. Looks like we have just enough keys to get over here. I'm gonna need 2 more reds. Yeah, because I do want to get into here at some point. Is there anything down here that I care about? Not at the moment. Alright, so let's open that just to get some stats. So we need a red key. Where do we get one? From you? Kind of high damage. Is there one in the grid that we get? Maybe? No, not anytime soon. But we do want a red key. So, where do we get one? Well, if we do have to kill a red shadow, then so be it. Yeah, doesn't look like there's any more readily available ones. So that just leaves the question of which one is best to get. And probably this one. It's got the most stuff behind it. Kind of high damage, which is unfortunate, but is that a good violet to use? I don't want to get into like a debt situation where I have to like go out of my way to get another one. I'm gonna pass by one in the grid, so that'll be fine. Let's get another, just kill some slashers, try and reduce some turns on this guy. Alright, 2 more slashers ought to do it. That's pretty nice. Looks like we can actually do just a little bit better, even. Go back in here. Get those. There we go. I think that's comfortable. I'm still down a red. So I'm starting to question something. Something's off here. I don't know what it is. Why am I down a red? I don't think I spent one in a particularly, like, early location. And I don't really see any which I can easily get from anywhere else. And is it just you? I feel like I'm not supposed to be taking that type of damage from this guy. Kind of confounding. And again, there's not really much stuff here. I mean, there is this guy. I guess I do have to kill these things. So, you know what, I might as well kill the guy, which gets me some keys. If that's all we're doing. So, get one of those. Open this stuff up. Let's start trying to focus more on building stats again. Alright. So, another thing that's about to open itself up. First gonna get in here, get this attack card. So, we're almost ready to go ahead and get this feather right here. We just want to reduce 1 or 2 more turns. Yeah, it's not getting any better than that. So, now we're just crawling through the grid as normal. Nothing particularly notable to say about anything that's happening right now. We can go ahead and kill some more slashers. We're going to want that attack at some point. I guess I'll use that there. I can probably get away with not doing that. Defense is a stat which is nice to have as early as possible, but the same can't really be said for attack, because attack's only useful if you're hitting a breakpoint. Alright. I think we're going to want to keep this winter key for up here. So let's see. Any particularly notable kills? I mean, we can go ahead and pop that thing. Alright. Go ahead and get in here. Right, and now that we have a platinum key, we can open this. So that's some nice stats to have. Especially early on, too. Let's use a blue here. I want to try to avoid unnecessary battles with certain things. But I'll take that, if nothing else. And also, when we're in a position where we're sort of just waiting on grinding level ups, you might as well do it on enemies which are the most worth it in the moment to kill. So now we have our Violent. We can go in here, and we can unlock some things. I think most notably, I think we're sort of mostly just chilling for the time being. We can kill General Burgeoners, but let's just build up some more stats. I'm gonna wait for a bit before we kill that. Alright. Getting closer. 32 stats. Can probably just kill 1 or 2 slashers and be on our merry way. So, let's see about this. There we go, that's nice. So now we can open up this, get some more kills, try to save that experience. Just a little bit more for the feather. Alright, so, getting close to the first clear point of the tower. So that's nice. Let's go ahead and start getting rid of all of the legendary fighters. They're close to the point of dealing 0, so it'll be good to just build up a whole bunch of defense. Don't even really need to worry about any slashers or anything while we're doing this. So, Yep, here, here. Delicious defense. That's nice. Alright, so next up, we're going down here. We don't need that platinum key yet, but it is something which we'll want at some point. Right, so we're in a position where if we have winter keys, then we can mostly spend them on whatever. And I think I want to spend them on this trade, and this trade, since one winner for 20 stats is genuinely like one of the best deals you can get in the main tower. And the best way to get winter keys is through just doing battles with these folks. We are going to want to steer towards attack a little bit, specifically because of these star slashers. Go ahead and open that up too. There's nothing in these early rooms which we're going to want until a long time from now. So next up, got some nice stuff. 2 reds. There's nothing we want to spend them on. Well, I guess we can open that, I guess. Right, as long as we're waiting on experience, then it's fine to kill high experience monsters, especially ones which have other benefits to defeating. I'm not sure if I... turn on this isn't that much damage. Might as well. Right, we go up here, not through here, so that we can go down through here and get this. These 4 yellows aren't needed for anything. You get more yellows than they're handed out like candy in this tower. You don't ever have to worry about yellows. We would like this legendary Burgeoner to do 0 damage. And the best way to get that to happen is just to focus defense. And the best way to focus defense, probably just get some, get another level up. Go in here. Right. Still gonna want to try to save some experience whenever applicable. Killing quite a lot of fodder to make that happen, but there we go. So there's our last major grid feather. That's a good thing to get. So next up, we're going to want to be focusing down these star slashers because 2 of them are guarding feathers, and obviously we do want those. 1800. Okay, so not even that many kills left before we're golden. And after we hit clear 1, we'll be able to get some more valuable goodies. We can go in here and open those. Right, actually another thing. Final Rangers. We're going to be wanting to hit turns on those at some point and getting their feathers too. Don't think it's quite the ripe time for that yet, but this might be a nice guy to kill just because it's in the way of these folks. Yeah, I guess let's clean up the rest of the legendary rangers so I can remember where they are. So it should be... I'm trying to think. Do I want to just focus levels to get into here? Yes, I do. So let's just get our remaining 21 defense from somewhere nice. That might actually be a little bit easier said than done, but we still have some rangers. There we go. Would be nice to save that 150 damage. There we go. So now we can go into here, and we get a whole bunch of stats and a whole bunch of keys. And we're going to want to be using these pretty much right away. And I'll show you how I intend to use them. So first off, we're going to go into here and into here. So that's 25 free stats. And these platinum keys are easy to source. So now we're sort of chilling again for the meantime. We need to grind one more level up before we can enter the basement. And that's where things are going to get real from there on out. So we're going to want to build attack. So let's just kill some legendary slashers, I guess. So there's one. There's some more. These ones are in front of keys. I think, yeah, I'll go ahead and spend my my yellows now. So those go there. Let's open up all of these. So let's see. That goes there. Right. And I don't think there's any more major yellow opens in the entire tower, actually. So yeah. Now we're into the run. We are pretty much halfway there, so hopefully it won't be too long to cap things out. Get a defense point. It'll be worth probably 1,000 or so health in the long run. Let's see. Right, so let's open that, and let's open that. That Starfighter gives us some attack for these slashers, so that's good. Some more red keys. Is there any particular place we want red keys? We do want them for here. What we can do is this. So, now we're hitting a sort of special breakpoint in this run. Basically, we're going to have a switch in goals, basically. We're going to try to get all the way around this giant loop here. And if we can pull it off, then we'll get a whole bunch of stats from it, which is obviously quite wonderful. That said, I think we can spend like one or two of them in a somewhere else-ish place. That's a set of words I can use. I'll probably go for... This feels nice. Alright, so now... Gonna go across there. Things are going to start dealing quite a bit of damage from here on out. I think our next major goal is to get... Right, it's to get the final Ranger Feathers. So let's check out the turns on that. We're actually... Okay. These are about as good as they're gonna get, honestly. So... Like that. Go down here. Alright, that'll be nice. Right. How much to lower you? 15. We can certainly do that. Right, so we can get into here and start killing some enemies over here. 54 more stats. Do I think I'm going to be able to pull out 54 more stats? Probably. Gonna just hold on to that. We also got a platinum key in the process, so that's going towards one goal. We are going to hit a pain point, and at some point right after we sort of close off the clear one loop, but I'll show you how I navigate that when I get there. So if we could just get, like, not even that much more damage than, like 15, not even 15, just 11 for, like, alright. And now we're going to do this. So that's some nice stats to have. Probably not going to be able to hit the breakpoints. Actually, I feel like I am somehow able to hit those breakpoints, but I forget the specifics. But I guess I won't hit them here. So, what's up? Blue for that would be nice. Oh right, 640. So when we're at 640, that's when I take that line of stuff. And that's just 2 levels we can get right off the bat. They don't amount to much, but the next level ups are going to be a little bit more worthwhile. So now we're actually starting to make some progress here. Don't have to worry too much about saving kills, since there's not that many readily available feathers that we'll be able to get from here on out. We want 30 more attack to pop these Star Rangers. And I believe that'll happen after like one more level up. So, what's next on the agenda? These doesn't feel that good. Like maybe, but I think I'd get from here. Alright, let's try this out. So now that we're doing that, we also probably have enough to, yep, take care of those. So that's nice. Just gonna wreak havoc in there. What's the damage on you? Looks like that. So I think I'll want to just keep on going. Right, there's not that many major kills in these remaining parts of the tower. Save for the stuff down here. I guess I'll take these. It's going to be hard to save that turn in the long run, and the defense is nice too. Is there anything else notable? I don't know. So, guess we can kill that. I guess I'd like to try to get into here. Not that many places for a red. Another thing is, you know, we're starting to get to the point of, like, some of the kills are just going to be purely for experience. And it's going to be a little bit hard to make every single kill worth it as we go forward, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think... Well, we have a blue. Can use a blue there. I guess we'll do that. So now we have a winner key. Winner key can go where? I guess I'll just use it for 15 stats. That's probably one of the best places to use it. Kill that. Kill that. Yeah. Feels a little bit bad to have to kill those things at only 640%, but it's just part of life. That said, where was that blue? It was right here. There we go. There's 6 stats. So, yeah, our decisions are getting harder and harder by the moment. Whenever we're completely short on stuff, I guess, is now a good time to get this? I feel like I'll just wait for another level up. Level ups are pretty easy to grind with all these rangers. Like, we still have plenty of level ups left over in the tower to get. I just obviously want to try to hold off on certain ones. So, that. Let's just basically rush down a whole bunch of monsters indiscriminately. Alright. So with that, we're now able to get to the end of here. So that's good. So next up, now we're really in a position to get into here, get that feather, and start focusing on getting through the basement proper. So one of the first major things is, in order to progress to the final floor, we're going to need some platinum keys. And that necessarily means that we're going to have to battle some pretty unfortunately strong monsters, such as these final shadows. But there are still things we can do in the meantime. Not a lot of things, but things. I feel like still missing something. I don't feel like I'm particularly strong enough to be taking down some of the monsters that I am right now. But who knows? So there's those. Right, so now that we've actually finished off that part of the grid, now we can start focusing on other stuff again, such as getting some keys. I think what I want to do with these keys is actually just go right down here. So now we're in here. Yeah, okay, this is what I was missing. So I'm just going to sort of futz around and try to build up some stats. Going to build up attack specifically. Those things still deal a whopper of damage, but we're steadily taking damage off of these things, which is the real good part. So I think I want that, and I'll take that. So, right, as we get really close to the end here, things are going to start doing a lot of damage. I think what I want to do is I want to get these 2 feathers, because these star burgeoners are starting to become relatively weak. I think I do still want to wait a little bit before I go for them, but they're steadily becoming more viable as an option. I want to be careful about my violet keys. I do have 2 available to get whenever I absolutely need them, but I think I'll go ahead and get this actually. There we go. Alright, I think it might be a bad idea, but I'll go ahead and go into here and kill some more monsters real quick. Might not be the best sequence, but we're in there now. We got some more stats, and that's the good part. So these final shadows are starting to drop into the range of being reasonable, but I wouldn't quite call them worthwhile to kill just yet. Things get weird in this basement. Like, you really do want to actually just sort of play cautiously for the most part and not try to rush into too much damage. We'll open that up. So we got 2 feathers, at least. So that means we can feel a little bit less bad about rushing experience. Go ahead and clean out these floors, since these are some of the most annoying floors to clean out. I believe down here. Right. Yeah, I think the only thing we're really gonna be doing right now is, oop, do not do that. Just building up stats. So now let's go into here. We got ourselves a nice blue. Is there anything we can spend a blue on? Literally this. And it's still worth it. Alright, so let's just grind one more level up. We don't need to be taking damage right now. Actually, if we can get another blue, then we can get into that. That would be nice too. Alright, let's try to make this cleanup a little bit less slow. Alright, that's pretty good. I think we want one more level up. So now with that, there's some more goodies. Do not open that. Let's take... Dream Drop might be more valuable. What are the breakpoints on these? Looks like that. Is there any other things we can kill for attack? Doesn't really look like it. Alright, guess I'll take this then. Actually, I think I want to hold on to that. So, right. So now we're in here. We need 3 things, and it's just going to be painful no matter what we do. So, in order to resolve this situation, just going to start with that one first. Just so we can get some more stats out of it. If I had picked the, I mean, I can take this. There we go. So now, looks like that. Hold on. I'm going to rewind a little bit. Because I did notice something. Specifically, these are things which I just sort of intend to kill now. Alright, I think this should be a little bit more optimal. So now we've removed a turn off of this thing. We've still got our key in tow. And now we've got our violets too. So now we're going to use our next level up on that. We're going to open our way into here. And we're going to still hold off on those kills. I think we're going to grind another level up. Just because this is a situation where we are waiting on a level up and not rushing for one. Experience is becoming more and more scarce as we clean up more and more of the tower, but it's not the end of the world either way. Yeah, I guess I'll take another violet. Maybe even another one. I think we want a red. But, oh, there's our red. It's right here, just in the nick of time. So now with this, we can open these up. Are there literally any other violets? There's one right there, but that's fine. We'll not open that up yet, but we will open that up. So now, we can grab this. So that's nice. And now we want to get through here, which I believe looks a little bit something like this. That'll all be fine. Alright, so we want one more glory key, and there's actually a place for a glory key. It's right there. So now we got 3 feathers. That's good. And now we're going to go another way and try to get these feathers. I would like to shave a turret off that thing. We can kill a few star slashers. Now's the time to do it. So, how are you looking? Still need one more. Literally just one more. Probably could have gotten this a little bit early. I do think I want to try to get these a little bit quick, since I'm not sure how my experience looks right now. I guess I'll kill one early. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so now with that, now we're nearly free to just sort of do whatever. But obviously, we still want to be smart about it, and the way we do that is we want to open up here, and yeah, we just want to build up stats instead of like just taking every little piece of damage willy-nilly. We can actually... Was I a bit hasty in killing that? Hold on, I am gonna actually try to resequence this. I was a little bit hasty. Okay, so let's open this. That gets us in here. And we don't have to worry about the thingy thing. We can go ahead and get this. That'll be nice. Okay, grinding for a level up at this stage in the game, I don't think it's that bad. Granted, okay, there we go. All good. So now we just want attack basically to start removing a turn off these final rangers, and then we'll be in a super good position for the rest of this tower. We do still have one feather we need to get. That's you. I guess I'll get you now. And I'll get you. Where do I spend this? I guess I spent it over here. If I spent it elsewhere, like right here, that gets me a red. That's pretty good. Now I can use this here to get that, which can be used here to get that. So now I think we're at max experience now, so now any cleanup is basically strictly for funsies. So now with this, now we're free to take out the final rangers. So that's good. And now we're going to try to build up some last stats. And we're going to try to build up defense to 0 the Star Burgeoners. And again, we want a red key so we can get in there at some point. Actually, let's try not to... Yeah, there's a strictly better place for that red key. Let's not spend that there. Let's spend it over here. So we have the keys for this. If we could get a blue somewhere, that'd be nice. Right. It'll work. Yeah, I'll do. Gonna try to be a little bit cautious about my stats. I think... Never took this. Huh. I feel like I was supposed to at some point, but I forget where I would have allocated it. Either way, that's a thing that's just sort of hanging there. Where do I use this? I guess I can use it right here. That gets me my blue. Oh, right. The platinum goes there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, trying to be optimal with my stuff here. I think 30 defense is about as good as I'd like. And then we just sort of wreak havoc on all of these. I think we get 30 more right here. Steadily reducing damage on the Star Burgeoners. Pop an autosave. Alright, guess I'll take that. And what else? Guess that. Taking this because, actually, okay. Is there anything else? We can do that. Okay, there's some more defense. So we can finally go ahead and open this up. It's not that many stats, but it's still good. So. Yeah, so we're hitting the point where, Star Burgeoners are nearly completely nullified, so that'll be good. I think I'll use this... Where do I use this? I just want to use defense, so I'll open that, I guess. How much do you do? Still a little bit. I think we're almost good. Alright, one more kill. There we go. And now that these are done, now I can just indiscriminately destroy them and even get their keys. So yeah, you can see that as soon as that happened, the tune of things changed quite substantially. So we want one violet key. We'll take one. We open up here. And now, I think it's time to let the music play out because it's a lovely little tune. But also, I still don't know how to finish my sentences. Well, yeah, we'll just take out some small stuff, like that little piece of stat right there. And now we're just going to kill a few final fighters, and just like that, they do 0 damage. So that's just wonderful. Gonna use this. Sure, right there, why not? I'm not quite sure how the experience total is going to look by the end of this, but hopefully it'll be enough. Speaking of experience, kill that thing. So, get some stats down there. Get some more levels over here. Is this good? Should be good. We do that. We open up here. And I think we kill just enough for another level up. So a little something something like... Actually... Alright, well, that violet doesn't account towards anything, so... I'm trying to figure out where my buttons are. Alright, so... Final Burgeoner. Normally this enemy is quite powerful and, like, shreds all of your health once you're done with it, but I think I played well enough to make that not be as much of an issue. So now what's the strongest level up option I could have here? I guess it's this. It's decent stats. Let's go ahead and finish cleaning out the main tower. So there's that. Every little bit of stat helps against the Final Burgeoner because it has like over 100 turns. Doesn't look like I'm getting down there, but that's fine. Get a power card, why not? Open these up. Open that up. Alright. So I think we're good. Let's kill this thing. So, we're having a good time. Now we're done with that. We can go ahead and finish cleaning everything out. So, how cleanup works is, basically, you do want to prioritize health items, and especially heavenly potions. And it's also a thing that it's strictly positive to kill the final slashers in this state, because the stat score that they give you is like 7,000 per, and they also give you level ups, which are a huge score boost. So it's ideal to kill the final slashers, even if they don't give you an extra level up. So now, figure out what is remaining. There's this, there's this, there's this, and there's this. So hopefully we have enough kills left in this tower for another whole level up. If it's not, then that's going to be pretty tragic. But hopefully there's enough. Ooh, it's going to be close. It was close, alright. I'll tell you what. And now with that, we can go into here, get all these goodies. I think this should just barely be a platinum. Like, I want to say 4.53 or something. 4.57. Alright, so there's a platinum medal on Tower G. So now you know how to run this tower. It's mostly just boiling down to, like, good optimization principles and planning your route beforehand. But, it's one of my favorite towers to run. It's nice to just have like a tower that's all about like order of operations and just working really hard to optimize what you have. The Nexus is a different story, and I don't think I'd like to try and run that anytime soon. It's very different as an experience, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching that. So see you next time for whatever I do next.